Welcome back to the Ron Williams YouTube channel. Natural Mr. World, Natural Mr. Universe, and Natural Mr. Olympia. Listen guys, I always say this, everybody has a best, but not everybody knows there's a best to be had. Think about that. Everybody has a best, but not everybody ever reaches their best. Where are you today? That's what I want to talk about. I remember the first time I won the Mr. Olympia. It was early in my career, and I remember saying in my mind, I'm going to be Mr. Olympia. I'm going to be Mr. Universe. I am going to do this. And I remember after winning the Mr. USA, winning the Mr. America, winning the Mr. International, I thought, I can move on and I can be one of the best in the world. I just can't believe this. And I made my mind up that I was going to do whatever it required. And I won the Mr. Universe in my mind before I ever won it in my body. I won it in my mind. And I realized at that point that everybody has a best. And now is my time. There's a best for you. Now, I didn't grow up with the greatest of upbringings. And what I mean by that is I started off with very, very humble upbringings. I remember my feet being so cold in school because my shoes, they say they used to talk. And when we went to school, there was snow packed in the front part of my shoe, and I waited and waited for several hours for my feet to thaw out rather than trying to learn. So I was basically illiterate until I was 28 years old. And from that point, I decided I am not going to end up being that guy. So you know what? I ended up writing books. I ended up, creating inventions, exercise equipment, developing nutritional products. I am no longer illiterate. I could have been, but one day I began to believe that I had a best. But before I ever believed that I had a best, I lived beneath my privileges. Everybody has a right to fulfill their potential. And that's what potential is. What potential means is it's my capacity. It's the ability that's within me that I can possibly reach. I'm not yet at my capacity. So there's much, much more inside of me that if I dig deep, I can bring it out. You have a best inside of you. But what I'd like to see for you, and what I'd like to see for me is, even though that best is in there, what can we do to bring that best to the surface so that the whole world sees our best? Sometimes we reveal to the world less than our best. When we see ourselves less, then we act less. We speak less. We produce less. Before we go one more day, let's make our minds up that our best is worthy of our attention. Let's make our minds up that our best is worthy enough for us to dig inside and to bring it out. Let's no longer live like we did yesterday, the day before. Let's live on a higher plane, thinking going forward, thinking going up rather than backwards and down. Thinking I can be bigger, I'm more expansive, let me broaden my territories rather than becoming smaller, weaker, less. Competition has been something that has been a huge part of my life. Competition has helped me tremendously. It has helped me in the fact that I found out something about myself, that not only can I compete in the competitive athletic world, but I can compete in the business world. I can compete in my family. And when I say in my family, not against my family members, but being the best that I can be as a husband, as a father, as a brother. I can be the best that I can be, compete against myself and force myself to a higher degree. I want to transfer that thought process to you. What can you do to be a better father? What can you do to be a better husband? What can you do to be a better person? Compete in that arena. What can you do to have better biceps? What can you do in every area? Let's be better, not less. You have a best. Dig deep. Go after your best. Don't just present whatever happens. Don't let life just happen. Make life happen. When you begin to make life happen and you are pointed and directed, life will reach a whole different plane for you. It did for me. So with that being said, if you like this video, I want you to give me a thumbs up. I want you to subscribe, and I want you to share this video.
What you want?